काफी बड़ा परिवार है मेरा, यही संसार है मेरा। हर दिन मेरी कोशिश है इसे हरा भरा रखने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को मजबूत बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को जीता जागता बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश बड़ों की सेवा की, कुछ कोशिश छोटों को बड़ा बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश नई दिशाएं दिखाने की, कुछ कोशिश उत्साह जगाने की। देश नाम है मेरे संसार का, इंडिया नाम है मेरे परिवार का, टाटा कोशिश जिम्मेदारी निभाने की।
Why should the road tell me where to go?
Why should anything come between me and the stars?
Why should impossible stop me?
Why shouldn't I make space for the unexpected?
Why shouldn't that feel like this?
How would here look like from there, or there, or there?
Every journey brings its own questions. You bring your own reply.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another edition of Tata Crucible Campus Quiz. This is the edition of 2023, and we have had an overwhelming number of students being a part of this journey this year. Huge prizes to win, as usual, but when it comes to Tata Crucible, I think more than the prizes, the title of the championship of Tata Crucible has way more value and matters more than the prizes itself. But then again, prizes do make a difference. We are moving into the 16th cluster now. So we are crossing the midway mark and moving closer into that national final, which means we have also identified 15 winners who qualify into their respective zonal finals. Let us figure out, with this first wildcard here today, who is going to qualify into that cluster final. These students who are here with us today are, of course, from the Uttarakhand region. The cluster belongs to Uttarakhand. So let's quickly get to know them and then move into the wildcard. Our first contestant of the day is Anmol from GHU Dehradun. All right, there he is. Representing IIT Roorkee is Naina. All right. Representing DIT Dehradun is Aisha. Again, from DIT Dehradun is Nimish. All right, we also have Aman from IIT Roorkee. And completing the lineup for us here today, representing IIM Sirmaur is Sheetal. All right, from the beautiful region of Uttarakhand, honestly, I don't know how all of you study there. For me, it's like a hill station. But from that region, we have all of our contestants here today, and they are all set to take this wild card. What they need to remember is that top 3 scorers will qualify, and they have about 5 seconds to press the buzzer and give me that answer. Moving into this wildcard, ladies and gentlemen, the contestants are all set, the buzzers are open and all set. Let's begin this wildcard. Question number 1, here we go. Which car brand has the tagline, "Connecting Aspirations"? Your options, Hyundai or Tata Motors? Anmol is on the buzzer. Quick there, go ahead.
Tata Motors.
Tata Motors is absolutely right. Anmol getting a +1. Good answer by him. Let's move on. Question number 2. Name the brand that famous actor Saif Ali Khan co-owns with Myntra. Go ahead, Nimish. He's trying.
House of Pataudi.
House of Pataudi is absolutely right. +1 to him. I did have options, but I thought giving House of Pataudi as an option for something like this does not make sense at all. He gets it right. +1. Let's move on. Question number 3. The Ride of a Lifetime is an autobiography of which CEO, or rather of a CEO from which company? Your options: Disney or Coca-Cola. The Ride of a Lifetime. Sheetal, go ahead.
Disney?
Disney is absolutely right. The title of the autobiography was a huge clue. If you can connect these clues, it's possible, even if you don't know the answer, to deduce the answer. I think that's what she did, and she got that right. Good answer by her there. Let's move on. Question number 4. We know about Norton Antivirus. Which company owns Norton Antivirus? I'll help you out. Symantec or Kaspersky? Or Kaspersky, however you want to call it. Oh, no one wants to take a negative. I understand it's a wild card. This is a deciding factor. Aisha, go ahead. You're on the buzzer, Aisha. Unmute yourself, please. All right, Aisha, you're taking too long.
Second one.
Kaspersky is what she says. Getting a -1 on that. Symantec is the right answer. All right, let's move on. Aisha, you can't take that long to give me an answer, okay? You will have to be quicker if your name comes out. Let's move on to question number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Aisha getting a negative on the previous one. You basically have to identify a brand from this tagline. The tagline is, think different. Oh, come on. All right, I'll help you out. Apple or IBM? Sheetal, go ahead. Sheetal, you're on the buzzer.
IBM.
IBM, she said. Well, options don't always help. Think different was Apple's tagline and not IBM. All right. Getting a -1 is Sheetal. All right. Let's move on to question number 6. Here we go. Volkswagen, BMW, and Audi are all brands based in which country? France or Germany? Go ahead, Aman.
Germany.
Germany is absolutely right. He gets a +1 on that. All right. We're done with 6 questions. Moving on to question 7. Nike was named after the Greek goddess of what? Your options: victory or beauty. Nike derives its name from a Greek goddess. Aisha, go ahead.
Victory.
Victory is absolutely right. Aisha getting a +1 on that, and she negates that -1 that she took earlier. Moving on, the last 3 questions of this wild card. Question number 8, here we go. For hundreds of years, European women used a white powder called ceruse or ceruze to lighten their complexions. What was the main component of this ceruse? Your options: lead or titanium. Go ahead, Nimish, he's trying.
Titanium.
Sit back and give me the answer, Nimish.
Titanium.
Titanium is unfortunately the wrong answer. Lead is what I was looking for. All right, contestants are gaining and losing today in this wild card. I have 2 more questions remaining. Let me tell you where they stand. All right, after a lot of the scoreboard going in a sine cause manner, we have Anmol on +1 and Aman on +1. Anmol has been very careful after he took that +1. He doesn't want to take a negative. And Aman also has been careful on where he wants to press that buzzer and give the answer. Last 2 questions. Everybody else is on nil, which means as of now, all of them have an equal chance. The penultimate question of this wild card, here we go. Which brand derives its name from the Japanese god of mercy? Your options, Kodak or Canon? Japanese God of Mercy. Aisha, go ahead. Quickly, Aisha, you're taking too long.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Canon.
Canon.
-1. Aisha, I'm very sorry. I very clearly heard some other male voice giving you the answer. I cannot give you a +1 on this. Okay? And you said Canon. You did not say Canon. I have to give you a -1. I'm sorry. I have to be very fair. Everybody else is prepared and is joining this wild card. I can't do this. Okay? Be fair to others. This is not right. All right, that's the wrong answer. Canon is what I was looking for. She didn't get the name of the brand quite right. Getting a -1 on that is Aisha. The final question of this wild card, here we go. Which of these terms means high fashion or high dressmaking? I have options for you. Atelier or haute couture. This is from a high-end fashion that I'm talking about. Nana, go ahead, she's trying.
Is it atelier?
Atelier, giving her a -1, unfortunately. Atelier is a fashion term, but atelier means the place or the location where the fashion designers are coming up with new designs and they're working. It's basically their workshop. So Nana getting a -1 on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nothing much has changed from the positive scores that I told you earlier. Both Anmol and Aman are on +1, and both of them have made it into that cluster final. We have Naina and Aisha both on -1 each, so they will not be getting into the tiebreaker here today. But on the tiebreaker, battling it out for the final slot in that cluster final is Nimish and Sheetal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nimish and Sheetal are battling it out for the final slot, both of them on the tiebreaker. Question number 1 of this tiebreaker, here we go. This omni-channel jewelry brand was founded in 2011 in Bengaluru by Gaurav Singh Kushwaha. Which brand am I talking about? Blue Stone or Carrot Lane? Oh, taking too long, taking too long. The second question of the tiebreaker, here we go. Which flagship product from the company Hamdard is well known in India as a tonic for treating and preventing acne? Your options, Sin Cara or Safi? Nimish on the buzzer, go ahead. He took the leap, go ahead.
Safi.
Safi is absolutely right. Nimish getting a +1. Good answer by him there. He saw an opportunity and he took it, and that pays off. He gets a +1 and he joins Anmol and Aman into that cluster final. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Anmol from GEHU Dehradun and Nimish from DIT Dehradun, also Aman from IIT Roorkee. All of them qualify into that cluster final. But we still have to identify the other 3 who will join them in that finale.
This picnic was a great idea.
थैंक यू
Candlelight dinner of sandwiches.
पर ब्रेड बटर तो लिए नहीं, आज सेल डे नहीं है ना?
What? ब्रेड बटर खरीदने के लिए forget that Thursday sale. Big basket है, हर दिन सस्ता. Big savings, big basket.
Wait! Dumbest idea ever.
Big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today at Tata Crucible's Campus Quiz for 2023. And we are at the beautiful state of Uttarakhand. It is cluster number 16. Well, they've also gone through grueling rounds to get to where they are today. The online rounds, multiple of them, and then the semi-finals or the wild card with my colleague Rashmi Furtado, and now the final here for the state, from which one among these 6 will go through to the nation's top 24. We're going to identify our 16th champion here today, but before we do that, let's take a look at who our finalists are. With us here today as our first finalist representing GEHU is Anmol. Welcome to you, Anmol. Neighboring Anmol as our second contender from DIT in Dehradun, Nimish. Welcome, Nimish. In our third contender slot with us here today, representing IIT from Roorkee, is Aman. Welcome, Aman. Neighbouring Aman as our fourth contender from GEHU again from Dehradun is Sajal. Welcome to you. Neighbouring Sajal are two young ladies challenging the four men here today in this final. First among them from DIT Dehradun, let's welcome Vidhi. Welcome to you. And completing our lineup from GU Dehradun with us here today is Sampada. Welcome, Sampada. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are our 6 finalists here today. Well, 5 seconds is all they have, 24 questions separating the one champion who will move on to the next round of Tata Crucible. And, well, we've got 2 women challenging them. Almost at every cluster so far, wherever we've had a woman contender, they've either finished winners or runner-up. So the 2 young girls will be happy to hear that there is a wind in favor of the women when they take part, but you never know. For the moment, it's time to get started with the final of Uttarakhand. Time for us to pick action on the first frontier of our game. Time for our contestants to think. Here it is. Questions on screen will be accompanied by a narrative that I would offer as additional information. But if you press the buzzer, you're telling me you know the answer, so I'll keep quiet the moment you press the buzzer. So if we are ready, time to get started with the first of our contenders, or the first of our questions coming up for our contenders. Hands on the buzzer. Question on your screen, starting now. This gentleman is a former CEO of Tata Consultancy Services. He was selected by the former Prime Minister of India to advise the country on skill development. Is this FC Kohli or Ramadurai? Vidhi has gone for it. Go ahead, Vidhi.
Ramadurai.
We'll give her the first 50 as we move to the second question. Good quick one by her on your screens now. This was a place which essentially was in Finland. A man named Fredrik Idestam actually started making paper rolls for toilets and so on. They later became a global giant in the telecom business. How do we know this Finland-based company? Is someone going to take a chance? Aman's going for it. Yes, Aman?
Nokia.
Is perfect. As we go to the next one on your screens now. This is a very popular NGO, founded somewhere in the early 70s, I think 1971, in the aftermath of the Biafran famine and the Nigerian, or related to the Nigerian Civil War. Which organization is this? The Red Cross for the Youth or Doctors Without Boundaries or Borders? Anmol on the buzzer. Go ahead.
Doctors Without Boundaries on the Borders.
Is correct. He'll get himself a 53 of them on 350s. Good start to the Uttarakhand final. On to the next one. Here we go. This is Mahesh Madhavan. He is the CEO of a privately held, family-owned company since about 2017. Is this Heineken or Bacardi that this Indian origin person heads? Sampada.
It's Bacardi, sir.
We'll give her a plus 50. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer coming up on your screen is the next question now. What first did Timothy Chalamet achieve in October 2022 in terms of a magazine cover? He became the first individual male to appear on a cover of which of these magazines? Cosmopolitan or Vogue? Vidhi this time. Yes, Vidhi.
Vogue.
Plus 50. Moving on to the final question in this round on your screen now. This is a 5-seater concept car, which essentially in the world of Sanskrit means innovation. Nimish.
The brand name is Tata Motors.
He will get that absolutely right. Tata Electric's future car called Avinya. He didn't require that information from me. He moves to his first 50. And I tell you what, we haven't had a start like this in too many clusters where almost everybody has scored in the first round. I'll tell you where they are on the other side of this break. It's a quick, short break. Well, short enough or quick enough for a big basket to deliver you your requirements. That's how fast they are. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
She's always there for me. Usse milke, I feel like a child again. She's always there for me. It's in her nature. वो हमेशा दिखाती है मुझे bright side. She is nature, और मैं हूँ her finest creation. Nature's finest by Mia.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with me, Pig Brain, watching the Uttarakhand final. Tata Crucible for Campuses 2023 is what we have. Outstanding state, beautiful state. And the contestants show how good they are. Here's why I make that comment. 4 of them on 50. Anmol, Nimish, Aman and Sampada. And just ahead in the lead is Vidhi on 100. All of that, of course, can change. But a fabulous start as we move to the second frontier. Time to play Collaborate. Here it is. The rules remain the same, the scores remain the same as we move to the first question in this segment on your screen now. Megapode Airlines 1993 was registered with the Directorate of Civil Aviation in India as a non-scheduled operator. This is actually now part of the Tata group of companies. How do we know this non-scheduled airline operator? Which means they're not your normal routine airlines. Tough one. 5 seconds running away. Nobody's on the buzzer. The answer that I was looking for is Taj Air. Taj Air is a private fleet which people can hire and, well, no one cracking that one as we go to the next one on your screen now. These are called the tea folk of which brand? Red Label or Tetley? The tea folk. Sajal's gone for it. Yeah, Sajal?
I think so, Tetley.
We'll give you a 50. He's got that absolutely right. Cute little characters called the Tetley 50. And as we move to the next one, contestants, please hold your buzzers up. I need it in the view of the camera. Yes, thank you. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer. Question on your screen. Overall answer matters now. From India's world of taxation, what tax is this? The 101st Amendment, Infosys manages it. Aman?
GST.
Perfect. Very well answered. On to the next one as Aman from IIT Roorkee gets 100. Here's the next one on your screen. Overall answer matters now. All of these are brands which belong to a famous company that normally accompanies us in the early hours of the day. A famous man created something that men and women use every morning. These are other creations of the company. They even run their own university. Is anybody going for it? Nobody on the buzzer. Tough one. The answer that I was looking for, Colgate. The Colgate University is a famous one. Colgate on your screen, that's William Colgate. And even if you had said Colgate Palmolive, I would have given it to you. As we go to the next one on screen, overall answer matters now. All of this will lead you to a famous brand created by Lars Olsen Smith. It's part of the French group Pernod Ricard. Andy Warhol, the great, was the first artist to create an advertisement for this brand. And that's the flag of Sweden, from where this brand originates. That would be, Vidhi is giving it a shot. Yeah, Vidhi?
It's Finland.
Well, minus 50 to you on that. I was looking for a brand. The brand that I was looking for is Absolute Vodka. And she takes a negative on that effort. As we go to the next one, buzzers up, please. Don't keep it on your tables. I know it's tough to hold it, but please hold it up. On to the next one on screen now. Two ends of the stadium. One is called the Dalma End or the Dalma Hills End. The other is called the Navroji Pavilion End. The venue staged its first international match in 1983 when West Indies beat India. This is a stadium uniquely named after a general manager of a company for his contribution. It's called the Keenan Stadium. In which city of India is this? A tribute to an employee. In which city of India will you find a stadium as a tribute? John Lawrence Keenan. Nobody going for it. The first ever match that happened was India-West Indies. West Indies beat India. The city, Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur is the right answer. Nimish, you're too late on the buzzer. I crossed 5 seconds long ago. Can't give you your turn. And the answer I was looking for was Jamshedpur. As we go to the next one on your screens, now. Tarjani Vakil is the only woman officer of the 40 recruits IDBI had in 1965. In 1993, she became the first woman to head a large bank when she was appointed chairman and managing director of a state-owned bank. Which bank am I talking about? Is it the Exim Bank or the Jammu and Kashmir Bank? Famous lady from the banking histories of India. Anmol's gone for it. Yes, Anmol. Mic on.
Jammu and Kashmir Bank.
Minus 50 to you. She headed the Exim Bank. And tough one for him as he loses the 50 that he got. On to the next one on your screens now. A very prestigious, famous, iconic university was founded in 1885 in memory of this young boy. He died of typhoid at the age of 15. His parents decided to donate money and name the university after this little boy. Everyone in the world aspires to be part of it one day. Your options, Stanford or Harvard. Vidhi's gone for it. Yes, Vidhi?
Harvard.
We'll give you a minus 50. It's Stanford. Well, tough one. She took a 50-50 shot on that. She's still smiling because she knew she was taking a good shot at it. Well, this is Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their son, Leland Stanford Jr. And moving on to the next one, we've got a couple more before we move into the next set of questions. And I show you the scores. Aman's still in the lead, but a slender one. He'll want one or two more. As we go to the next one, let's see what happens on your screen now. This book chronicles the descent of an airline. And now, someone's authoring a book called The Ascent of Dash, which airline was going downhill until something happened very recently. Jitendra Bhargava wrote this book, The Descent of Dash. Vidhi is giving it a shot. She's playing brave. Yes, Vidhi?
Air India.
Clever. Very clever. The Descent of Air India, and now with the Tatas taking over, someone's writing The Ascent of Air India. As we go to the next one, on screen now. Identify this Irish business theorist who is on your screen. He gave ideas such as the Portfolio Career and the Shamrock Organization. Is it Charles Saatchi or Charles Handy? Famous people from the world of business. 5 seconds of time. Nobody on the buzzer. Sampada is giving it a shot. Yeah, Sampada?
Sir, it's Charles Andy.
Is correct. She'll get a 50. On that is Sampada. She moves to 100 as well. As we go to the next question, guys, girls, you need to sit back with both your hands on the buzzer. Please help us with that as we go to the next question now. He's the first person of Asian origin to receive a Turing Award. He's still the only Indian to have won it. Is this Dr. Raj Reddy or Dr. Ramagopalan? The Turing Award, it's a famous one. Dr. Raj Reddy, someone's gone for it. Sampada, go ahead, Sampada.
It's Dr. Raj Reddy.
Can I hear you clearly, please?
Dr. Raj Reddy.
Is correct. Absolutely right on that. Dr. Rajagopal Reddy will give her a 50, puts her in the lead. Aman will now have to get one to get to her as we go to the next one now. Her uncle Santo owns 30%. Her mother owns 20%. On her 18th birthday, she received 50% of the ownership of this luxury fashion giant. She is the niece of a famous founder. Which brand am I describing? Armani or Versace? No one's on the buzzer. 5 seconds have run away. The answer, Vidhi, too late. Too late, Vidhi. I'm sorry, 5 seconds running away on my timer. The answer is Versace. Well, turns out to be, is that what was on your mind? Well, tough luck for you. You got to be faster as we will take a look at the scores on the other side of this very quick break. Back in just a moment.
Red. Christmassy. Yellow. पिंक तुम भी पिंक मैं भी पिंक दोनों गुलदस्ता लगेंगे
आपकी आधी शाम भी इसी तरह अपने पसंद की शोज ढूंढने में निकल जाती है ना एक ऐप दूसरी ऐप फिर तीसरी डिसाइड करते करते इवनिंग ओवर करेक्ट इसलिए हमने डाउनलोड किया है टाटा प्ले बिंज पाइए 22+ OTT एप्स के शोज मूवीज लाइव स्पोर्ट्स और बहुत कुछ एक ही जगह पे यानी नो मोर ढूंढना ओनली देखना
तो आज ही टाटा प्ले बिंज डाउनलोड कीजिए प्लान स्टार्ट एट ₹249
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with me, Big Brain, watching a very tight Uttarakhand final. Why do I make that statement? Here's the dashboard. 3 of them on 50. Nimish, Sajal and Vidhi. Aman on 100, Sampada on 150. It's tight, but I'm sure from here, they're really going to play out of their skins. One of them will go into the nation's top 24. Time for us to move to the final frontier. Time to lead. Here it is. On the final frontier, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the power of speed. And I'm going to be reading out questions, nothing appearing on your screen as visuals. So you got to remember, you will take the decision when to press the buzzer, which is your decision on speed. The moment you press it, I stop speaking because you're telling me you know the answer. And your speed gives you the power to answer before anyone else. Well, it's like BB Now. It's fast and it's the power of now because you can actually very quickly order stuff today and it comes to your house in no time, especially if it's with Big Basket, which supports us in a big way. But for the moment, on the power of speed, 6 questions to go. And we'll start with the first one. Hands on the buzzers. Question on your screen. And nothing appearing. So, yeah, it's only hands on your buzzers. Here's to what I have to tell you. Here we go. This is a Spanish clothing giant. Founded in Barcelona by brothers Isaac and Naaman and Dick in 1984. Turkey has the largest number of stores of this brand. We do have them in India as well. Am I describing the pineapple stores or the mango stores? Someone's gone for it. Vidhi's gone for it. Yeah, Vidhi. Quick and fast she was.
Mango.
Mango is the brand that I was talking about. She needs a 50 to get in to the hundreds, and there she is. She's on 100. On to the next one. Hands on the buzzer. During his tenure as RBI governor, the Indian rupee notes commemorating the birth centenary of Mahatma Gandhi were released. This was in 1969. The signature in Hindi appeared on currency notes for the first time during his leadership of RBI. Who are we talking about? L.K. Jha or Nimish has gone for it.
Sir, L.K. Jha.
पीछे बैठ जा.
L.K. Jha
is perfectly right. He's got that absolutely right. L.K. Jha will give him a 50. Takes Nimish also to 100. Oh boy, he got a phenomenal final. Let's see what happens. Sampada is in the lead. She needs to get one more. Aman was doing well, but he's been quiet for a while. I thought he was going to buzz on the Alan Turing question, and then he kept a little quieter. As we move to the next one, question number 3. Here we go. One of his favorite pastimes was digging a tunnel under his home, which essentially was his secret to what he was doing. While digging the tunnel, the elves will often come and help me solve the problem, he said. This electrical engineer went on to give the world some of the fastest supercomputers one could think of. Is it Bill Gates or Seymour Cray? Anmol has gone for this. Yes, Anmol? Mike.
It's Seymour Cray.
Seymour Cray is absolutely right. Cray supercomputers got created by Seymour Cray. That has taken Anmol to 50. He needs 2 more to get there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 questions to go, here is a look at the dashboard. It's outstanding. All 6 have scored. Anmol Sajan on 50, Nimish, Aman and Vidhi on 100. Sampada on 150. 3 questions to go. Anybody can win and go into the nation's top 24. Superb final. As we clear the buzzers and move to the next one. Here we go. It's a set of techniques and tools for process improvement introduced by an American engineer called Bill Smith while he was working at Motorola in 1986. The term originates from a statistical quality control term where you make very less mistakes over a very large sample size. This got so popular that people started taking training programs where they would be awarded belts for this training. What am I describing in this world? A process, a very important process of excellence. 5 seconds running away. Nobody is on the buzzer. The answer is 6 Sigma. 6 Sigma is a very, very important thing in this world. 2 questions to go. The tension's beginning to build as we go to the next one. This hotel chain, popular in B and C towns of India, has something called a pooch policy. The hotel's chain adopts stray dogs from the area, made it one of its mascots. The stray dog was introduced as a friendly personality. He or she was assigned for the fun role of the company. The hotel chain follows a particular flavor of smell that you would find across its hotels. The color represents the same thing that emanates from the smell of what they are meant to represent. It is something that we all use even during our meals, and it's available in abundance. Nimish.
Sir, lemon tree company.
Beautiful.
Lemon.
Beautiful answer. He read into the story. It was more a story than about facts. So he had to think it through. Lemon color, lemon flavor. Beautiful, beautiful answer, Nimish. As we go to the final one, I tell you what, this quiz has been really, really tight. Final question. 2 of them on 150. Aman needs to get a 50. Vidhi needs to get a 50 to force a tiebreaker. Otherwise, we're pretty much going to be between Nimish and Sampada. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. It's a term or a phrase that has come into usage again after the COVID period, where normally people leave organizations at a particular point in time. Difficult times. Aman's taken the risk. Go ahead, Aman. We're talking of a term.
Work from home.
Work from home. Well, he's got a wrong one there. He took a huge risk on it. It's actually called boomerang employment, which is, I would have given you far more clues, where people leave and then decide, because of tough times, they understand the value of the previous company and actually come back to the previous owner. Aman had to take a chance. He took his chance, which means we have a tiebreaker in the Uttarakhand round between Nimish of DIT Dehradun, who's on 150, and Sampada from GEU Dehradun, who's also on 150. Tiebreaker question only between Nimish and Sampada. Whoever gets it right wins the first prize, the other wins the runner-up prize. So it's as simple as that. Both of you will win, but one of you goes to the next round, and that is important. All right, here we go. My Shade, My Story was a beautiful campaign created by a beauty cosmetic brand which celebrated individual shades that people could choose. Is it Estee Lauder or Lakme? Someone's got to take a chance on it. They allowed people to take their own shades, especially nail shades and so on. Estee Lauder or Lakme? Someone's taking. Nimish has gone for it. If he gets it right, he goes through. If he gets it wrong, it's Sampada. Lakme says Nimish. Well, when the men try brands that are meant for women, this is what happens. Well, he'll unfortunately get it wrong, and Sampada from GEU Dehradun will go through to the next round of Tata Crucible. She did not press the buzzer unnecessarily on the tiebreaker. Nimish played a valiant game, but he moves down by one notch to allow her to actually move into that top 24 of our country. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that remarkable final where everybody is on a positive, it hasn't happened in any cluster of India where everybody has finished in the positive. Superb performance by all the six of them. Moving into the next round is Sampada from GEU Dehradun. Finishing runner-up is Nimish from DIT Dehradun. Congratulations to all of you, and to all of you in the millions viewing Tata Crucible. Truly appreciate your presence. We'll be back with the next cluster. Is Rashmi and me from the studios of Tata Crucible. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.